What to do, what to do, to do. Peace, love, strength, and power of royal family. This series I'm gonna call Late Bloomers because I'm like closer to 50 than I am to 40. And I found a new passion for being in the boxing ring. Yeah, I know that's crazy, right? But yeah. Um Thankfully I found something that encourages fitness and good health. So I'm gonna share with you my critiques. I started to record my sessions so I can improve on my skills. It's kind of become like a passion, I guess. I found something new that I can learn and improve, and that's the good thing about me is that once I find something I'm interested in, I tend to do it until I perfect it. And luckily, boxing has an unlimited amount of things to learn. You can learn every day you come in here, and every day in here I learn something new. I was on a 2 year hiatus, and this is like my third week back into the gym. I'm trying to keep it consistent, and as you can see, I'm still learning what type of boxer I want to be. I've decided I want to be more of a defensive boxer than a offensive boxer. Based on my age, and I think that it's just best that you can block a punch better than you can throw a punch. In my opinion, save your brain at least. My boxing style is definitely more inspired by Mike Tyson. As you can see, I have kind of like a peekaboo style, but I am still technically in the process of learning what type of boxer I want to be. I don't know exactly what type of boxer I'm going to be, but I'm working here to learn my jab, my footwork, and my jab. That's the most important things to me at this point, is being able to throw a decent jab and stay mobile, move your head, stay out the way, stay out of the line of sight. So that's what I'm working on here. I see a lot of flaws right now in my form. For one, I'm too close to the bag, and I'm not throwing my punches with a turn. I'm not turning my wrist or turning my punches, as you can see. I do like my movement. I do have a lot of movement, especially being my age. Being consistently mobile and evasive is definitely a plus. So, but it requires a lot of energy. So I'm very fortunate that that's just a natural part of my boxing style. I like to move. I like to keep moving. Um, so yeah, my footing, as you can see, I'm trying to keep weight on my back foot, which I'm failing miserably. I'm not extending far enough out with my jabs. I'm too close. I'm smothered. But I do have speed, and that's a plus. I still have speed. Moving on from the heavy bag, we are now on the aqua bag, or the water bag. This is more up close and personal inside work. So you will focus more on your uppercuts and your hooks than you would your jabs and your straights. So here I'm definitely again too close, but my focus more is to stay mobile, and I'm working more on my balance, my footing, my movements than I am throwing a punch. I want to have a flow, so I'm working on flowing. Everything else will come later, but this is just the process of my learning, how I learn. As you can see, I'm not putting enough weight on my back leg, and I'm not I don't like the way I'm positioned. I don't like the way I'm positioned. I think I'm throwing a pretty good punches, but it's not the best punches you can throw. It's not quality punches. It's just punches. They're not actually, there's no technique behind it, which is something I'm in the process of learning technique. So understand this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. When you come in here, you have to understand that. You're gonna build from the ground up. So that's why I started to record myself, so I can catch the floors. I do like my movement though. I'm moving pretty good for an old man. I only did 2 rounds for each heavy bag and aqua bag. Of course, I've done more off the camera, but this is just what I've recorded, so I can kind of have a foundation of something to build on and a visual of how I look in the ring or in the square, whatever one you want to call it. Again, I'm still trying to figure out what type of boxer I am. I'm somewhere in between peekaboo, but I'm inspired by a lot of boxers. I tried to implement the shoulder roll. I'm not comfortable doing it. So I definitely think I'm going to perfect the peekaboo. The peekaboo is more my style. I haven't seen a lot of boxers use it. Current boxers use it like to success. As you can see, I'm trying to figure out the shoulder roll. I'm not comfortable doing it. That's something you probably would have to learn through trial and error. How to avoid a punch and how to roll with the punches. I'm a little too old to be trying to learn a whole new style. I think this style right here is a little more comfortable for me. The movements, the offense and defense all being in one. Yeah. So I think this is where I'm gonna go. But of course, you gotta try everything. You want different types of defense. I'm definitely not turning my hips enough. But I am moving my head. I think that's important. Moving your head, not being an easy target. Again, this is my 3rd week back in the gym after 2 years hiatus. I still have my speed, but I do not have the technique. So that's something I'm gonna work on.